With my program, I used to be fighting a lot. I used to lose my temper, and Corazon helped me. I learned how to respect my parents. I learned how to respect my peers, and I learned to respect myself.
Again, I'm in school. I haven't been in school in a couple of years, and this program actually helped me out.
Me helping myself, just being more of a leader, can allow others to see the change that I have in myself and allow others to see that you can grow. You don't have to only know where you're living, but that you can go and you can just, be who you want to be, and just make a goal to yourself that you want to be, I want to be an architect. So if I just, press toward my goal and work hard, then I can show others that they can have that same ability and that they can also be what they want to be.
My former caseworker, Javin Foreman, he teaches us how to, be a man in our word, take care of our responsibilities, not hit women, stuff like that. And it just changed me a lot because I don't do those things. And back then, if I never had that program, been in that, whatever, I'd be doing the negative things that Javin teaches us not to do.
We have safety networks in various communities throughout the state of Illinois, and we meet on a monthly basis. Each coordinator from the safety network site, I am the direct supervisor for those coordinators, and during those meetings we strategize next steps to be able to move one step closer to accomplishing the goals of effective violence prevention in the communities.
The whole process of trying to get groups to come together is almost like you got a conga player, a timbale player, a guitar player, and a drummer. And so we were in this exercise, and everybody had their individual sound. Somebody's some weird stuff too, but it was like somebody's going, somebody's going, so you had about 20 people making all these different sounds, and they had to work together to come up with just one sound.
One of them is self-determination. If you talk about, each community doing things in its own way, drawing from its own cultural capital. So I believe that that's something very important to highlight.
We're talking about coalition building. We're talking about youth leadership. Youth leadership should be first. They should define the core values. Can't nobody in this room tell me why young people shoot each other. And at the same time, you can't tell me why they don't. Only people who can do that is a good kid and a kid off the track. And I want them to define the core values, because they're going to tell me, the one who don't shoot people is going to say, this is why I don't shoot people. The one who do shoot people is going to say, this is why I shoot people. So they have to be out front. And we're going to define everything off of what they're talking about. When you're talking about youth leadership development, it ain't just about engaging them. What we try to do as adults, older adults, is turn them into us. And that's why they rebel. It ain't about us.
We had all of the policymakers throughout the state and the city that came to listen to our youth before a body meaning no one was killed, no one had to get shot before they came to our community, and oftentimes that's how the youth feel. Someone has to get killed or shot before they come and see what's going on. Today, they came and seen what was going on, and what was going on is a youth movement, and we got individuals to commit to be on a working group and move forward with the Youth Leadership Council, and we'll see what comes from that.
I'm 18 years old, and I'm one of the representatives for the Safety Network Youth Group. And I just want to say that I am very proud of the outcome of this event. I'm so glad that everyone came out to support us and show us that you do care. And we hope that you learned something from this experience, and hopefully we can build after this. Thank you.
Now I don't want to live my life like a bastard. I just want to write a couple of classics. I'm trying to fight the system, but I'm getting my ass kicked. Got me to the point and I'm feeling like that's it. And I want to be the best I can be. So I'm trying to make a couple changes, start with me. Cause I'm starting to see that the powers that be are just a bunch of jealous cowards. They don't want you to eat.
And it's proven, it's fact that if you have education, that they're less likely to commit criminal crimes. I'm correct, right? So why is Superintendent Weiss buying M4 military assault rifles and buying guns instead of books? You know what I'm saying? Doesn't make any sense.
I would like to see the teachers actually trying to help them and not just making it their job that all they was supposed to do was be there, but actually help the students and help to better their lives.
There has to be a motivation within the students that to say, you know what, I want to stop.
I'm from the community of Gresham, and this question is for Jody Lee. Recently, over the past year, there's already been over 30 CPS students that have been killed this year. So what we wanted to ask you was, what measures were the police department taking so next year the murder rate will decrease?
One of the things we wanted to work with was with the Chicago public school system. It's tragic that 36 students have lost their lives. The good news is it's not happening in the schools.
How can you stop all youth from being treated like criminals when police see us?
Okay, I gotcha. In any organization, there has to be training so that people respect each other. There is no reason to assume that you're a gangbanger, that you're a criminal, because you wear a t-shirt and baggy pants. There is no reason to assume that. We're working with all of our recruits, wherein we give them sensitivity training, because some of our recruits come from outside Chicago. And they come.
So I guess my question is, how can we go about getting some youth on the actual Illinois Board of Education? Since nothing about us should be decided without us?
Mentioned earlier, we have a student advisory council that's set with our board members, and the board members are determined by state law. So board members are appointed versus law. So if you want students to actually be on the board, then we have to require a state law change. In the meantime, though, the state board members currently have students participate in meetings.
My name is Jaquay Carr. I'm from the Austin community. And I was sitting in the back and I heard one of y'all say that Mayor Daley's main concern was our education. And if his main concern is our education, why is it that, it's money tucked away for the Olympics? But I can't speak for everybody, but in the Austin community, we still studying from books from 1996.
I think that we should have books that have data, after the Vietnam War, because our books are really outdated and falling apart.
They're going to argue and fight over building a $50 million prison that put money in education, update books. So what I'm trying to tell you, you got to start a movement. You can become legislators. And when a legislator, a person that's supposed to represent you, don't take care of business, you vote him out and you get you another one. But you got to start a movement. Look at you people, look at you young people in here.
And I'm from Namita and I represent from Atlantis. So my question is relevant to the Renaissance 2010, which is a process where many CPS high schools are being closed down, just being handed over to these public companies. I feel like these companies are not profiting towards education, but more money. So and many of these high schools that are being closed down, many of the students that attend these high schools now are being displaced. And they're also being picky towards these students on who to choose to attend those schools. So if one of the students have a bad record and they're trying to get to school and they can't, so what are you going to do about it?
So, for a lot of the charter schools, and the way that lottery system works is everyone puts their name in, and there's a lottery, right, that doesn't use test scores or anything else. It's a random lottery, and the names get drawn out, and those are the students who get in. One of the challenges with that, though, is that you could be living 2 blocks from the school, right? And you could go into that lottery, and if you don't succeed in that lottery, then you don't necessarily have an option. And we know that's a big challenge. And so part of what we're working on, as we want to create better options for schools, is how do we do this differently and better so there's more community involvement, and that particularly at the neighborhood level, there are better neighborhood options for schools.
Of all the issues that we face in the Chicago public school system, your safety is the single most important thing that we need to get right. And the few things that I've observed in the 3 months that I've been heading the Chicago public school system is that whatever we're doing and whatever we've been doing is not enough.